All right guys, Ryan Ruffles here. I thought I'd just give you a little quick rundown of what it looks like in my bag. So first of all, TaylorMade Stealth 2 driver. I use 9 degrees. I have it set to upright and higher. Fujikura White Pro shaft. I then carry a couple options in the woods, and you'll see I have about 18 clubs in the bag because I travel with different clubs each week. In the wood options, we have my 5 wood here, which is 18 degrees. That has the Speeder 757 TR shaft in it. That is something that I don't use very often, but I do have it in the bag for certain courses where I might need to launch the ball a little bit higher, get out of thick rough. The one that's always in the bag, the trusty, the Stealth 2, 3 wood, 15 degrees, same exact shaft, the 757 Speeder TR. As we move into the irons, I do a little bit of a mixed variation. Once again, this club is kind of dependent on the week. That's a 2 iron in the P770, has a Project X 6.5 in it. That is for firmer golf courses where I'm going to use that off the tee. That carries about 265 yards. In the irons, in the 3 and the 4 iron, I carry a P7 MC. That just gives me, it's not so much about the forgiveness for me in the long irons why I use the MC, it just spins a little bit less. When I get into the 3 and 4, in the blades, those 7MB, they spin a little bit too much, so I've gone to the 3 and 4 in the 7MC. From there, I use the P7MB from TaylorMade from my 5 iron down to my pitching wedge. I've always played blades, I really like them. I think I can work the ball a little bit more, high, low, cut, draw, a little bit more versatility, but once again, I'm in the Project X 6.5 shafts. In the wedges now, I use the Milgrind 3s, got 56, 52, and 60 degree. I think the most interesting part here will be that I always carry 2 60 degrees with me. I'll carry the 10 bounce and an 8 bounce, slightly different grinds as well, depending on where I'm playing. Firmer courses, obviously go to that 8. Has a little bezel, I'm not sure if you can see that at the front, just allows me to get under the tighter lies a little bit easier. In the US, I'm generally more at the 10 degrees of bounce. So those are my wedge options. Now, the one that doesn't change, that never has changed, is my putter. And I get a lot of questions about this putter. I use a Nike V204. So that is very old putter, but it's got this from my Nike days. It's got the slant neck, if you can see that there. And I have no sight lines or anything on the top. It is a blank putter. It also has R2 here at the back, R squared, so Ryan Ruffles. I got that engraved back in the day. And a little special stamp here, it says RR0616. So this putter was made in June of 2016. And that's when I started using it basically. And this has stuck with me the whole time. Always have the Iomic grip on it. I just like the way that one feels. And we start to get in my bag a little bit more. I use the TaylorMade TP5X golf ball. I've used that for the last few years. Pretty versatile. It's a firmer ball that TaylorMade has, so it gets a little less spin with driver. It's just what I like to use. I have high club head speed, so it's very easy for me to use. Yeah, so then in the side of my bag, you've probably seen me in some other videos using the band under my arms. It's something that I use almost every day. I have it under both arms. Just kind of a connection drill that I always like to do. I also use it for my warm-ups in the morning. I've got this, which is a force pedal. I just put this under my left foot, something I'm working on at the moment. Kind of transfer into my left side and being able to push up and off the ground. That's something I've got in there. And this is something I haven't used a lot of recently. This just goes on my right wrist. This just kind of sets the wrist angle, gives me a feel for wrist angle. I haven't needed that in a while, but I still carry it in the bag. In terms of other stuff, I have my yardage book cover, which has the boxing kangaroo coming from Australia, and it has Ruff, my nickname, on the other side. These are the Nike gloves I've used for a very long time, just a very classic glove. I always carry Hydrolite with me on the course. Then I guess the last few things is I have a rangefinder here from Pinned Golf. I've been using that for the last few months. It's kind of got my slope that I can use for practice rounds, which gives me kind of the up and down. Very easy to use, very basic. Nice easy rangefinder. Yeah, the last thing I have here is my Crown Golf Easy Brush. Now, this is something I think is imperative for all levels of golfer. If you're trying to figure out how far you hit the ball, spin the ball, anything to do with distance, or if you're trying to calculate anything at all, always clean your clubs in between shots. I think that's super important. So I always have this clipped on to my belt loop when I'm practicing, clean my club in between shots. I never hit a shot on course without my grooves clean, so why would I do it in practice? So other than that, I have a few alignment rods, a couple different types, just for some different drills. And yeah, that's about it. That's what's in my bag.